Hey, what it do, what it is, what's up everyone? It is your girl Gigi Marafi, aka Gushian Javanche, and yes, I am back. I know it's been a while since I've been on your screen, but best believe if you're watching this face, then you are definitely tuned into the right place. Welcome back to another episode of Couch Creatives. Now in studio with me today, I have one of my absolute faves. I'm talking about someone who is one of the first people I came across in Cape Town at the University of the Western Cape, who actually inspired me to actually push and go into the entertainment industry, and he is now excelling in it, and I honestly, personally see him as my mentor and inspiration. Please everybody welcome George the Groove.
Woo!
How are you?
Make some noise! Damn, what an intro, bro.
George, I need to be honest, man. Like I don't think I've ever told you that as well.
Shit.
You have honestly been someone I've looked up to, and looking at you do so well in the entertainment industry. You've gone from presenting, emceeing, music, I'm sure,
to acting.
Yeah. So honestly, you're doing an amazing job, and let me tell you this now, because but you honestly inspire me. Okay.
Thank you. Oh my God, where's the present? Is there someone who can come with the balloons? Yeah, well, I can still smell them. Can I decide now?
Yeah. But unfortunately, I will not be doing the interview. My co-host Caleb Jesse Hendricks will be in studio interviewing and hosting George the Groove. So stay tuned. We will be right back, and the interview will begin.
Catch me, I'll be on my mission. Catch me, candid for these lenses. Catch me, one day whipping in these benches. Catch me, catch me, catch me. Catch me, like we playing on. Roll one, and you gon' sing along. Hey, sip some, and you gon' get your dance on. Catch me, catch me, catch me, drowning in ambition now.
Hey bro, listen, I didn't know you went to UW, bro. Can we talk about that? What's wrong? It's good. It's education. You went to school.
Yeah,
it's an MC, bro.
So the basis of my career started with education. 2008, 2009, I won a thing called Story Skirmish in Johannesburg, which basically meant I was quite good in speaking English and writing English as well.
Oh, so you're good at oral presentation, huh? Back in school, you know, just stand up with confidence just to speak in front of them.
Yeah. That's never been a thing for me. You know, I grew up in a family of 9, so I was the youngest one. So for my word, or even for me to stand out, I had to speak up for myself, you know.
Did they hit you? Yeah. You know, siblings used to like, tease you around.
When I was 13, I remember getting into a fight with my brother. That's when I
physically a
physical fight.
Jeez, bro. Out of love, fight.
Nah, it wasn't out of love. It was out of hate. I didn't like that man for like 5 years after that, because it was the first time where I saw myself as a person outside of me being a sibling, you know. And I just had to make sure that it's known that now that I'm conscious of who I am, I have the choice to pick my family. If I decide today that I don't want to be a part of this family, the government gives me the right to do so.
Sure.
So on that day, that's when I fought him, because I was like, actually, you are a human being before you're my brother. And if you don't treat me like a human being, then I'm going to treat you the same way you're treating me, which is not like your brother.
So that's where you were born, George the Groove was born. Is that where you found your identity?
So
your voice?
I've always had a voice. I was born into this world to be a vessel of communication. My mom is a prophet, my dad is a priest. So being put here has already been a gift.
Yeah.
So when I was telling you, 2008, 2009, I won the Shandis. I was given a full-time scholarship by the Oppenheimer family, where they took me from a school called Msuela Primary School in Alexandra to Sacred Heart College in Observatory, Halton. So when that transition happened, I had to then find a voice, because remember, now I just got into a fight with my brother where I'm now finding my manhood. Now I'm moving to a new situation where I have to figure out how to actually speak English, because I was in the hood for 7 years of my life. Now for the next 7 years I'm going to be in a private school. I have to communicate the way they do. So that's where the George the Groove was born, because everybody thought I had so much energy, because I couldn't really speak English, so I had to overemphasize with my body and everything that I'm doing. When they came, a company called U Party and Groove Africa, some Cape Towners might know it, they're behind Potoi. They came to my school one time, they were looking for promoters and people who got the vibe. And one of my homies like, definitely him, he's got the groove. And the homie, his name is Khabo, Groove Africa, he's the guy. It's like, oh, so that's him, George the Groove. And then
that name came about.
That's just how it came.
It's not from church, because both your parents are pastors.
My church life was almost non-existent.
From a strict household, because I know it's a prophet's church. Can be very strict.
What happened with my pops is we used to do the church in the dining room, but they used to have the main church in Soweto, St. Joseph's. So we couldn't travel every weekend. But what my dad would do is basically force me and my friends to be in church and like, you know, follow the word and stuff. At the time, my friends used to enjoy it. I used to hate it because it's like you're forcing all these people to like follow the word. Like the word's got to be inside of you, and you know, it's got to guide you. Nobody can force you towards the word. But as soon as I grew up, I realized my dad had actually created a society and community of people I can trust and grew up with, which are the same people that I'm still in business with, that I own my companies with, that I moved from Joburg with to Cape Town with.
So you bring the church out here through your businesses, eh?
Ah, wow, this guy. No, this is just a representative.
No, but it's in you, you know,
Yeah,
in some form of way, the church is with you.
It's a representation of what I now understand of where I'm at now in the spaces in which I frequent. You know, the people that I know now are more like Islam, Muslim.
Yeah.
You know, not that I'm wearing this to make fun of it or try to fit in, but I'm wearing this because somebody suggested that, yo, maybe you should like consider different aspects of religion, you know.
So is that what you're representing right now?
So
different aspects of religion, eh?
So right now, that's what I'm trying to tap into. Just trying
So a
to
mixture
figure
of
out
Christianity there, Buddhism,
Muslim,
eh?
Islamic.
Do you have
all of
identity
the
crisis?
shandies.
What's going on? What's going on?
It's not a crisis, my man, you know, it's a revelation.
Okay.
Because for you to get to your truer self, you need to be able to go through all the things that you
Are
think
you studying it or just representing it?
Am I?
Studying it, are you actually engaged in terms of the...
I'm engaging it as much as it's engaging me. So the availability of it in my life is what I'm going with.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I'm
what's
speechless. I'm speechless, bro. I don't even know what else to say, bro. I'm serious, bro. Like, you're just flowing it. I don't want to...
Nah. I'll take you... Okay, so I'll take you back to the...
No. I want to go... Like, what brings you to Cape Town, though, since you were doing the most day in Joburg?
Yeah. So... 2007 at 1021. I mean 2017 at 1021. I go for this audition called Varsity TV. So a partner of mine that I was seeing at the time used to get annoyed at me speaking in the shower because I used to take too much time in the shower. So they had to figure out a way of getting me out the shower. So the one time they're like to me, yo, you need to do this professionally because you're wasting water and electricity. And I thought they were kidding. They went to the internet, they found this thing called Varsity TV. I went for the audition, pretty ugly, Bontle, on cue interface. There was another rapper guy, I forget his name, but he was there. I think Quiade as well, RIP, bro. So they're like, damn, bro, you got that, you know, hip hop swag with you. You got that flair, man. Just say that thing again. They put the camera in my face. I do that shandis. They tell me, yo, I'm not ready for the shandis. However, they're gonna let me win and they're gonna give me 6 months course in television presenting. So
what is that shandis? Sorry, what was that shandis that they weren't ready for?
I wasn't ready to be a TV presenter yet.
But they said that you got that flavor.
Yeah,
so
I got the flavor, I got the hip hop, I got the juice. Like I'm the particle son, I'm the voice of hip hop in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this, and I've been saying that since. If you can find anybody else that can do it better, please
let me
be
find
my
out.
guest.
Anyone, comment down below if you can do better than Georgia.
If you can, groove it out. You know, come through, man. Let's do it. But then they gave me the 6 months course. I went to a school called On Cue Interface, where I was taught by Bonang, Akumzi, Musa, Aaron Mloisi, Hamaya Chachi, Bontlem DSL, Candice, Nimrod Nkosi, Bonang, Tapula
bro, you have so many big names out here.
Just to name a few, man, like giants had to take leaps for me to crawl in the way that I am.
Speechless.
Like,
but why though? Why are you not further in your career? Are you happy where you are now, extended?
So wait, before I even answer that, let me answer you why you said why am I in Cape Town? So now what happens is 2017, I do that 6 months course. I'm not working, I'm unemployed, and then I get a job as a flight and luggage insurance broker, and the company was based in Joburg, and we killed it. First like 3 months I was working there, killed it. The numbers were insane. Then they wanted to branch out, so they're like they want to open a branch in Cape Town. So when they say they want to open a branch in Cape Town, the person I was seeing was my manager at the time. So I tell them, yo, listen, we can do this. If they give the job in Cape Town, I'll come and I'll even go to school there, like, because that's what they've been telling me to do. I'm like, I'll go to school and I'll follow this thing if you accept the offer.
So you were doing this while you're at UWC?
So we take the offer to Cape Town, and then what happens is the paperwork for them doesn't go through at the time. So what I do is then I find out about NSFAS. So I quickly go on NSFAS and apply for NSFAS, and then I applied to UCT, UWs, and CPUT. I got accepted at all of them, but I wanted a university that's going to give me a fresh start. I knew too many people at UCT. CPUT for me was just not having the things that I needed. So I was like, UW is the best bet because I can do language and communication sciences, industrial psychology, and then move over to a law degree, which is what I did. When I got to Cape Town, First 2 weeks, I got introduced to a guy called Mark Inslee. He's the man that owns Cape Town Thing. They booked me for a yacht party, and that's where my first MCing gig, or my first activation in Cape Town was. I met Tashinga, I met DJ Boogie, and from there, used to be Tashinga's like MC almost everywhere that he goes for the, like 2018, 2019. But throughout all that process, I was still at university. And then what happened was 2018 May, I got a call from Cape Town TV to come and join Cape Town TV. And then 2018 November, I got a call to try out for MTV, which I killed it. I got top 2 in Cape Town, and then I got top 5 in the country. And then from MTV, I got a call from SABC2 saying, yo, we saw what you did and we think it's amazing, and we heard you're in Cape Town. We're in Cape Town. We'd like for you to come in studio for an audition. Get in studio for an audition. They were looking for an Afrikaans brew, a white brew, and a jock. So I'm a brainy jock with a poet's heart, and I can dabble in language. And what I brought into the table that they didn't have before was a Sotho-speaking male, which meant that I'm bringing numbers from the north of South Africa. When I went on, the numbers were the numbers. But when I went on, the numbers increased because of the people that could now understand what was happening in the show. Those people are based where? In the northern parts of the country. 2019, I'm then booked for the SABC Family Day in Bloemfontein, which is where like the peak of my MCing career then establishes, and it goes and amalgamates with my DJing career. Because when I was on that stage, I was asked to play music for, I don't know if you guys know My Orange. Do you know My Orange? Can I use a word? It starts with a V, it ends with a K.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. You know that famous meme? That guy, he actually makes Quiade though. So when he was performing in 2019 at the family day, a family picnic in Bloemfontein, he needed a DJ. So I DJ'd for him and I was MCing. When I came back to Cape Town, COVID happened. I was like, you know what, actually this is my calling.
Your road to trajectory stuff, COVID.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
So you're on the verge of getting back into that rhythm again?
No. So a lot of people think, okay, let me just explain. This is going back to your answer of asking, so what's happening in my trajectory?
I'm gravitated, let's go.
So 2020 happens, March happens. So when I went for the thing in Bloemfontein, I didn't have a place to stay. So when I came back to Cape Town, I still have no place to stay, but I have this job that's paying me well. And I needed a team around me. I usually had people that help me do certain things. But because I didn't have a house at the time, I needed to get a house. So February 2020, I get a house in Belhar. Get a 3-bedroom house in Belhar. I live with one of my friends, a sound engineer, and I live with my manager, who's Kusta. So we're all living in this house, and then COVID happens. The night before COVID happens, we do an event called Quarantine and Chill. We do Quarantine and Chill on the 20th of March 2020. Then COVID happens. Then I get a call from SABC saying, yo, listen, we have been deemed as telecasters, newscasters, and now you have what's that thing, essential worker status. So yo, I might be exposing myself now.
I don't think about it, just continue.
But anyway, yeah. I get the essential worker status, and then I get a bump in my paycheck. So I move from Belhar, I move to Bokap. So I get a
hey, continue, let's go.
I get a 5-bedroom house in Bokap, I'm moving with the niggas, and then when you move to Bokap now, the community we're living in is anti-alcohol.
Hi, but it's a story, you know, we're learning here, come on.
We're in the middle of lockdown, you know, and I just got into the motion of becoming an MC. So now every day in the house, we're having like sessions, you know, recording sessions. I have like producers, I have the homies there, we're all making music. And then what happens is that I realize it's not going to be conducive for me. So I get a lease from Observatory. There's a street called Strubens. It's a bigger house, so it's an 8-bedroom house. So we get into that house. This is all during COVID. So remember I told you I'm an essential worker. So I'm able to move around and make certain connections unlike anybody else. So I'm making those things, and then unfortunately I lose my dad. And when that happens, I think the mojo, then that's when the trajectory became the same. Because when I got to Cape Town, I did so much because I wanted the approval of my father. You know, I was trying to get on the biggest billboards. I signed as a model. I did this TV thing. I did MCing. I tried even music because I wanted my dad to either see me or even hear me because I'm no longer like close to them. So when my father passed away, it kind of felt like one of the reasons why I'm doing it is no longer there. You know, so it got to a point where I'm doing it because other people want me to do it. Other people are paying for me to do it. So fast forward, I've created a couple of companies. I made acquaintances with different companies like my brothers from Under the Trap, my brothers from the Broke Family, my brothers from Uncomfortable, my brothers from Reset, Sir Vincent, DJ Lloyd, Kaizi, this guy called Hugo from Botanic, there's the guys from Baked, there's the guy from Extra Blood, there's the guy from Isibaya, guys from Rands, Ace, there's the guy from Hermanas, there's guys from Musta. That kind of all came to me at the same time and also saying, yo, listen, we believe that if you try this might work out. So everybody that I've mentioned is people that in the past 2-3 years I've kind of been working to build back to how I see myself, you know. So the trajectory has been like this because when the SABC thing happened, when the TV thing happened, and I left that, I knew that I needed to do something that allows me to be myself. Hence why I'm here speaking about spirituality, speaking about religion, speaking about my father. These are things that people have never heard about me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a better place, you know, emotionally, spiritually, I'm in a way better space.
Wow. Georgia Groove, I feel like you answered every question that I didn't even have to ask you. You just said the story yourself. So I thank you. I can sense the energy that you're portraying through your speech right now, so
sure.
I give all thanks to you, bro.
Nah, shut up.
You bonded to it. I didn't even have to ask you questions. You just said your story yourself, you know, bro. You gave the whole story, and I was so gravitated towards it. Super inspiring stuff as well, bro.
Yeah,
doing it for yourself and for your lost father as well.
Nah, shut up,
bro.
Shut
I
up,
appreciate you for coming to share this with us, bro.
Easy. Yo, listen, I'm gonna say this. The first time I said it, the first time I did the interview, I told you that you're gonna need to get a follow up.
Yeah.
Because, like. 3 hours.
Yeah, there's more.
You know, like for example, right now I'll say to you, we can end the interview, but the last time I spoke to you, I told you about the TV show that I'm doing, the new one, right?
There's always something new, bro.
And from that, something else came through. When you're ready, you call me again and I'll let you know what's happening.
Ah, yes, I remember that conversation. Yeah. Yes.
That's what's
My
up.
team is here, so, but I mean, when you're ready, you know.
Yeah.
We talk off the camera, yeah, of course.
Shut out.
Sure, but thank you for coming through, bro. Take it easy.
Shut up.
See you around.
Yeah, guys, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It is at selfmadecheeseboy. As I get, I'm next to
bro, show your face. Come on, show your beautiful eyes.
Bangthanda njengomali futhi bangifuna njengomsebenzi sekunjalo ngena mina ngithi shwi Kalem Dango. You know,
where can we check you? Where can I check you? You know, MCing.
Now.
Not now, but in future. Like where can I check you more or less?
So if you're a young person between ages of 17 to 25 and you're looking to get a new skill, you can hop onto the Trace app, Trace Academia. I'm doing a couple of new stuff right there. Where I'm basically giving people skills for life. You know, so how to do certain things. I can't disclose now. You just have to go there and check out what exactly I'm going to be teaching you, but it's going to be worth your while.
Do you coach as well? Like personally coach people as well? For a certain fee, of course.
Of course. So I do have a thing called the Groove Academy. If you're trying to, you know, have the groove and you want to learn about it, you can just holler at me, George Groove, on Instagram, and everything is in baller from there.
Alright, cool. You got that, guys. Thank you for George Groove for coming on the show and sharing his wonderful story with us. We have this conversation. I can't even speak properly. Shut up, bro. Thank you, bro.
It's all love, brother.
We're gonna come through again.
Hey, you gon' get your dance on. Catch me, yeah. Drowning in ambition now. Wet. Turning all these tables now. Blip. Burning all these bridges down. Lit. Catch me, damn.